Well, here we are, back in merry old England, and en route to Woodchester Mansion yet again. We have not been here since, I don't know, season 1, was it? Will you just look at this magnificent countryside? Oh, it certainly is a pretty country. Anyways, I suppose that's enough chit-chat for now, yes? Let's get to our destination, shall we? Let's go explore. A sense of genuine enchantment holds sway over the sylvan landscape that cradles Woodchester Mansion, one of Britain's most enigmatic haunted houses, in a tender embrace. Woodchester Mansion is approached via a long and rutted track that meanders through a tranquil valley. With every step taken, you feel the modern age slip further behind you. Suddenly, you round a bend, and there, huddled against a hillside, is a glorious apparition in golden limestone. Turrets and towers loom over you, hollow windows gaze outwards and upon you, while grotesque gargoyles leer down at you from the soaring walls of an imposing house that time has forgotten. The valley now occupied by Woodchester Mansion was originally the estate of the Ducey family. And legend holds that when the second Earl of Ducey threw a lavish dinner to celebrate his succession to the earldom in 1840, he was somewhat taken aback when his father's ghost interrupted the festivities by occupying the seat that he was intending to sit in at the head of the table. Indeed, it gave him such a fright that he left the place never to return. In 1845, the northern part of this estate was purchased by William Lee, an immensely wealthy gentleman and a recent convert to Catholicism. Lee set about planning a house that would stand as a lasting testimony to his Catholic leanings and approached the master of Gothic Revival architecture, Augustus Pugin, whose designs included the House of Parliament in London. The two men, however, didn't exactly see eye to eye, especially where money was concerned, and by the 1850s, the project of realizing Lee's vision had fallen to a much younger local architect, 21-year-old Benjamin Bucknall. Bucknall set about designing a truly grandiose house, and for 16 years craftsmen and builders labored on its construction. But then suddenly in 1868, for reasons which have never been fully explained, the workers literally downed tools and left the site, leaving its rooms unfinished and its windows unglazed. Rumors persist that a murder on the site was behind the exodus. It has even been suggested that supernatural activity may have been responsible. The likeliest explanation is that the project proved too costly, even for William Lee's deep pockets, and the money just simply ran out. Mediums have sensed the presence of people in military uniform inside, and the eerie sound of 1940s music has been heard echoing along the corridors. Without a doubt, one of the most curious and grandest parts of the house is the chapel. Some people have reported strange smell of freshly extinguished candles there, although no candles had been lit. Others have caught sight of a short man standing in one of the chapel doorways. He does nothing except gaze up at the ornate windows, and he gives the impression that he is somewhat concerned about them. Some say it's the ghost of a stonemason. He may also be responsible for throwing small stones at some of the visitors, and when they look in the direction the rocks came, there's nobody there. A phantom female voice has been heard singing an Irish lament in the kitchen, while in the same room there have been reports of a youngish man crouched in a corner who is apparently hiding from somebody. He may have links to the revenant of a tall man who stands in the kitchen doorway and who appears to be searching for somebody as he leans towards the very area where the younger man has been sighted. Perhaps these two ghosts are in some way related to the manor's past, and their appearances related to some long-forgotten incident. Indeed, it would seem that only the fact that they chose to manifest at different times has kept the younger man from being found, since, as many witnesses will attest, his hiding place is not that hidden. A young girl has been seen skipping playfully up and down the grand staircase, and on the first floor corridor the specter of a young woman has been seen and heard. The pet dog of the house's caretaker seems to be more than aware of the ghostly presence that roamed the building. Woodchester Mansion is a truly special and unique place, and a true aura of enchantment hangs over the whole edifice. I can honestly say that is one of the most beautiful properties that I've ever seen.